Joining me now to discuss business owner and conservative commentator Joel Patrick and Turning Point USA contributor Stephen Davis, also known as the MAGA Hulk, who hasn't obviously seen the inside of a gym ever. so, Joel, I sit here and I listen to these Democrat talking points, and it's like, how much can they get away with saying these things with nothing to back them up and even have anybody believe them anymore?
They can just keep getting away with it because, unfortunately, many people are uneducated, and people will never educate themselves on these topics, and so they're not going to be able to fact check them. So they're just going to keep saying it probably forever.
Yeah, but Stephen, it's the same talking points time and time again, and Trump pointed this out, and I played his soundbite. Look, he did the things that the Democratic Party hasn't done for 60 years.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, this is a Marxist playbook. You accuse the opponent of doing the very things you've done and continue to do. You gaslight, you manipulate the narrative, you fearmonger, right? And then you swoop in and act like the sensible ones, that we're going to restore dignity to the Oval Office. And that's the name of the game when it comes to these people. But it was Trump who actually restored this dignity to the Oval Office. He actually made things better for the American people. And it's really sad to see the switching and the twisting of narratives, especially with people like Maxine Waters. It's imperative that we get out there and we tell the truth about the fact of the matter. And the fact of the matter is, Trump is the one that did the best thing for America.
Right, but Joel, anytime a Republican candidate brings up any of the points that I just made over the last, 10 minutes, they are immediately called racist, even though all they're doing is pointing out how bad the Democrats are at the very things that they're promising people.
Yeah, but who cares?
Well, logical point.
I don't care. I genuinely do not care if Trump is racist. Trump could be the most racist president in history. But if he is going to put America first, if he is going to be pro-life, if he is going to push forward my values, then I don't care if he is racist. I genuinely don't care. Everybody pretends like racism is the worst evil that exists in the world. There are other forms of evil. The fact that all these other Democrats are completely un-American and care nothing about American values, to me, is more concerning. I feel like racism is a boogeyman. Everybody talks about it all the time, like it's this really big issue in America, but we have real issues in America, like the border being overrun, like our taxes, our cost of living is insane. I genuinely don't care if somebody's racist at this point.
Actually, that is like a really refreshing thing to hear, Joel. Stephen, if I'm thinking about that, I'm like, if everybody just came out and was like, shut up, I don't care anymore, what's the Democrats' talking point?
Nothing. The Democrats, all they have is racism. They literally give CPR to racism, right? And they're the ones that keep promoting these racist ideologies, the racist policies. DEI and affirmative action are racist at its core. It's basically saying we're going to uplift a particular group of people, and we're going to not uplift anyone else, but except for this particular group of people. And these people need this because they can't make it on their own. That is inherently racist to its core. But if we would just stop talking about it, if we stop giving it air and stop, always airing our grievances and talking about environmental racism and math is racist and all these other type of foolish ideologies, if we just get back to common sense and critical thinking, we wouldn't have this problem in America. And the Democrats would not survive, obviously, because all they have is racism.
Yeah, Joel, how do we get that talking point across the finish line here when Republicans historically just run and hide as soon as you say, oh, oppressed, racist, or whatever? They just run and hide and they shut down the conversation and it no longer becomes about the issues.
Well, I think we need to stop trying to be, Stephen actually said that Trump restored dignity to the White House. I disagree. I think Trump brought kind of like a Texas cowboy to the White House. He was more about getting it done than he was about being couth and appropriate and poised, right? And I think we have too many people that are worried about being politically correct and being appropriate, even on the right, and they're not worried about changing hearts and minds. And I think one of the things that, and I would never say that I'm like a big conservative creator, but one of the things that has enabled me to amass something of an audience is that I've been irreverent and gone about doing things in a creative way, because my goal is to entertain first and educate second. And Republicans are really, really good at education, really bad at entertainment. Yeah. So we need to do a better job of making our message more interesting, because right now, like Taylor Swift is going to get, 50 million votes for Biden because she just tells her Swifties to vote for Biden.
Right.
They don't know anything about politics, but because she's entertained them, now they're following what she says when it comes to politics. And I think we need to do a better job of taking over the entertainment aspect of society if we want to win elections in the future.